Hello, my name is Jorge Velasquez, and in this presentation, I'll be talking about Elton Mayo. Elton Mayo was born the 26th of December of 1880 in Australia. He then attained his bachelor's degree in psychology and philosophy from the University of Adelaide, which is in Australia. He then later attended the University of Queensland, which is also in Australia, and gained his master's in his field. Once he graduated college, he then became a full-time psychologist and organizational theorist, in which he had very much success in his life, until he passed away at the age of 68 in 1949.
Hey, my name is Devin Bryant, and I'll be talking about Elton Mayo's theory of management. Elton Mayo theory of management is basically like employees are motivated to do their job because they're being rewarded something. They're given like a pat on the back, a raise, something to make them feel good about themselves. That's what his theory of management was. And to back up his theory, he basically made a matrix, like an illustration, basically, to show the likelihood that teams given will be successful. And you know, his stuff that he came up with, he basically made groups and stuff. The first group it had low norms and low cohesiveness, and the results were they were ineffective, had no impact since none of them were motivated. The second group had low norms and high cohesiveness, and they had a negative impact because none was motivated, but you can tell they were starting to do stuff. The third group was high norms and low cohesiveness, and there was some positive impacts. And some people, they would basically pat themselves on the back. Basically, they would feel right about themselves. Basically, they were feeling great about what they were doing instead of as a team. And the fourth group was high norms and high cohesiveness. Basically, you know, everybody was positive about it. You know, they all worked as a team. They all put in equal effort, and yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna talk about the Elton Mayo management theory. Um, so some advantages and disadvantages. So some advantages, basically, when you use the Elton Mayo theory, you're able to have more freedom at work. You also there's also greater levels of communication and teamwork built into the Elton Mayo theory. Um, the Elton Mayo theory is also made for a more democratic workforce. That's one of the other main advantages. But sometimes you can be a lot more stressed because you have individual responsibilities. You have to do things sometimes on your own. So when you have more freedom, that means you have less control over the workers. Also, the managers really you don't have that much, you know, say so over the workers. So mainly the advantages is you give workers more freedom at work. Greater levels of communication and teamwork, and made for a more democratic workforce. And some disadvantages include when you work alone, it causes stress or pressure, too much pressure on you, and basically you will have less control over workers dealing with the Elton Mayo management theory. But that's what it's all about. Signing off.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Jones, and today I will be talking to you about Elton Mayo and how he used the Hawthorne effect that began in 1927 and ended in 1932. The number one objective of the Hawthorne studies was to examine how different work conditions affected employee productivity. At the time, the belief was that people worked purely for money and to make a living. Mayo realized that was not the case. He discovered work was a social atmosphere, and the behavior and interactions of employees, managers, and observers affected productivity. He first experimented the physical environment, such as the lighting and humidity, changing the hours worked and decreasing break time lengths. It increased productivity. When too many breaks were increased, productivity declined. Too many breaks were getting the workers out of rhythm. Mayo soon learned when workers feel valuable and noticed, their work performance increased. And that will be all for how Mayo used the Hawthorne effect.
The human relations theory of management began to develop in the early 1920s during the Industrial Revolution. At the time, productivity was the focus of business, but Professor Elton May began his experiments to prove the importance of people of productivity and not machines. The human relations management theory is a research belief that people desire to be a part of a supportive team that facilitates development and growth. Therefore, if employees receive special attention and are encouraged to participate, they perceive their work as significant, and they are motivated to be more productive, resulting in higher quality work. Popular human resource management theories. The following human relation management theories basics became evident during human relations studies. The first one. Individual attention and recognition aligns with human relationship theory. The second one, many theorists support the motivational theory. Studies supported the importance of human relations in business. Understanding human relations theory of management. The results of Professor Mayo's Hawthorne studies provide that the factor most influencing productivity are relationships. The researchers realized productivity increased due to relationships and being a part of a supportive group, which each employee's work and had a significant effect on the team's output. As a side result, the researchers noticed that the increased attention the workers received by researchers increased motivation and productivity, which resulted in what was the Hawthorne effect.